Hey, this is Jason with Zero to Programmer, and today we're going to go over another HTML video, and we're going to go over how to make a class, and I'll kind of explain what that is. I've made a few small changes, here let me get this out of the way, to the browser or to our project, and I'll go over those really quickly. I kind of did them off camera. I was just trying to it seemed like it wasn't big enough to make another video out of. I felt like it was only just a few changes, so I just went ahead and did it off camera. I figured I'd show it in this video, and then we'd get straight into making a class. So this Zero to Programmer page, it now, let me get this out of the way, it now scales to how big your page is. Now whether you want that or not, it works in some cases, and in some cases it doesn't. As you can kind of see, it kind of stretches the image a little bit. So let's just go over how I did that really quickly. It's not that bad. First, what I did was I centered it. So I used the centered right here. I'm in the body at the beginning, right here at the beginning of the body, and I put the center and close the center at the end of the image tag. Here, after the alternative text, we put in the style, which we already had, and I think I had the width as like 500 pixels or something like that. Anyways, I changed it to 75% instead of just a set pixel rate, and I left the height as a pixel rate. That just seemed to work better for me. So I mean, there wasn't that much to that. Now I put horizontal lines under each section to kind of separate it a little bit, make it look a little better. And later on, I'm still going to do a few other things to this. I felt like it didn't really separate it as much as I wanted. There's some things I want to do later on, but yeah, I just want to show you that. And I believe I already did this in the last video. Last video I did. But just to go over that again, I basically made these. I kept these links. I created a link for each section, which I know I showed in the last video, and I made them an unordered list and used a bullet to separate them. I did not center them, and I just put them at the end right here. So if you can tell, they're not centered. So if I stretch this, it's just going to stay where it is. There you go. So that's pretty much all I did off camera. So you're not that far behind, if you're worried about that. Anyways, we're up to making a class now. So I have not tested these, but we're going to test them right now. So what we're going to do is I've went down here to this section where we made this div in one of our other videos, the division, to where you can put multiple paragraphs and you can customize them together basically. So what we're going to do is create a class for this div. So let's start with I believe it's dot class equals, and we're just going to call this, just to make it easy, special section. Just whatever, right? Alright, now if I say, I'm going to go ahead and save it, but if I save it and try it, it's not going to change anything because, it did. Okay, never mind. I lied. Now we have to figure out why it altered, because it should not have done that. So I'm going to pause the video right here. I'm going to fix this and I'll show you how I did it. Alright, I'm back. So I actually did figure out how to do this up here, which we're going to be right there. Let me just refresh this. Some of you may have seen what I just did there. Okay. Okay, so let me straighten this out. Yeah, that's gone now. Okay, so this is the section that we were just at, and I could have just went in here and put class equals, and then I was going to name it special font, and then we could, do all of our stuff. But I want to do a little compare and contrast a little bit. So instead, what I did is I'm keeping this setup right here with the black and red and blue right there, and we're going to do another multiple paragraph within a division right here below. So instead of me just typing all that out, I went ahead and did it off camera, and as you see, it says this is Zero to Programmer. On this channel I show you how to go from knowing minimum to no knowledge of computer programming to working as a professional. And then the next paragraph goes down and it says check out my other videos to learn how to use HTML and other programming languages to help you get your dream job of programmer. So I have that written right here, as you see, and it's just inside of a paragraph for here, close paragraph, inside a paragraph for here, close paragraph. All of this is within a division. Just don't worry about that right now. It's just within a division tag and close division tag. That means that I can now alter multiple paragraphs at the same time. That's pretty much all a division is. You can now section off like, I could pick, where'd it go? This one. I could pick all of these. If I put it inside the division, I can do it. I also do it with an ID, but that's mainly for the headers and stuff. So, alright, now that I've created this div, I want to create a class, which was what we're doing, and we have right here, I've spaced over, class equals quotation special underscore font. That's just a personal preference, a special underscore font. That's not what you have to type in. And then make sure it's inside the tag. And so now you're going to go up to the style tag that we've been playing with the links and the tables and all that. Now we're up here at the top. We're going to put in div dot special, if I can spell special right, underscore font, and then put your, so we're kind of doing a CSS right now, and you're going to put in, so we're going to change the background just like the other one, background color, and colon, and we're going to change it black just like the other one, semicolon, and let's do, here I'll actually make this look a little cleaner anyways. There we go. There. And we're going to change the color this time to green so you can tell the difference between both of them. And just to make it look a little bit more pretty, we'll put a padding in there. And I'll show you exactly what this padding, I've used it before, but we'll actually go over what the padding actually does. Just so you can see it, maybe we'll do 50 pixels. And make sure to do your close bracket, or you may mess up everything you've been working at so far. Save, refresh, and we've made this background black, the text color green, and then we have a 50 pixel padding, which means on the top and bottom you have 50 pixels that are now colored in black that kind of section off this paragraph just a little bit more. So we could actually, that's kind of big, so let's go down to like 20 pixels. Save. There you go. Not too bad. Alright, so that is a a class inside a division. So that's your block class, the class that you use to alter large amounts of content. Now there's also another one, and we can do this actually within this class. And actually, this is the main reason to create a class. Say you have this this class created, and you're going to use this customization to multiple paragraph or multiple divisions. Instead of having to go through and create each and every section a different class, even though you're doing the same thing, you could actually just use this special font class inside of another division or whatever, and it would actually customize that class also, or that section also. So what I mean is, like, say we didn't have anything done to this one, it was just a regular paragraph. We could actually go in and so maybe we'll just do that. Let's first make this a division. Division, close. Boom, boom. Alright. Let me back up one. There you go. Now, close division. Boom. Alright. Keep these together here. And I really should just push these out. It's going to look a little funny. I'll fix it later. And so now all you do is put in that you are making this a class, and instead of creating a new class, you just put in the class you've already created, special font, and now when you save, there. So now you've made that customized alt very easily. I mean, within a minute, if I really, I mean, it could be within like 20 or 30 seconds if I really wanted to do it. But I mean, like you've just created that customization with minimum time. Since you've already done it, you have it in your program, so that'll work for every program that you do. So okay, that's one use of a class. So that's the large portion of a class. So we're just gonna where's that? Right here. We are going to, I'll leave the division there, but we'll just remove all that class stuff from that one. Alright, so if you look back up here, it's now still back to black and white. Alright, so now we're going to go in and create a class to alter a smaller amount of text. And if you remember the other day, we went through this span. There we go. The span tag that I said that you could use to customize smaller amounts of text, like this one. And so what we're going to do here is create a class within this span. So let me check my notes and make sure here that I'm doing this right. Yep. Alright. So we're going to do just like we did in the last one. Class equals, and let's call this let's not put urgent. Yeah, let's put urgent. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's just a name. So span space class equals urgent. You've now stated that this is a class span. So you've now said that HTML is part of a span and is now a class named urgent. So you're going to go up here to style, just like you did in the last one, and you're going to click here. Going to go over and you're going to put span dot urgent, and put over here. What do we want to do to this? Well, let's change let's do, well, urgent you would think would be red, right? So let's change the color to, make this look a little better, color to red, and well, just for right now, let's just do that. Let's just finish out our customization here and go down here. There you go. HTML is now red. And here, let's do this. Can I just put in? I don't know how to do that yet. I was going to make it bold within the style tag, but I don't know if I remember how to do bold. I don't know if that I did that yet. Yeah, I don't think I did. I'll go over that. I'll research that and I'll go over that in another video. But there you go. Oops. That is how you use a class within a larger section. So multiple paragraphs, or it could be a lot of things. I mean, and you can also use any of the either the span class or the division class as multiple sections. Like I could create this into one of our things, and this this blue is it could be, instead of doing it all inside the tag like we did, we could just name it a class, and we could do basically the same thing. So that's another way you can alter your page, and this is a really this is probably the one you're going to want to use more often. So give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so those are another way you can customize your page. Yeah, this is the one that you're more likely going to use. Because if you're typing all this stuff inside of a tag, it's going to be so confusing. Of course, sometimes you may want to, depending on what you're doing. But as far as normally, this is where everybody's going with all this. So, and you know, once you get into CSS a little more, you can actually just have all these already done in the CSS file, and then just have the file be called right here in the style. We'll go over that in CSS session when I do that. But for right now, that is what I want to show you. Class can be very important and very useful. So just remember that anything we do in these videos, it's up to you whether you want to do it or not. I can't be responsible for if you mess up somebody's equipment, or, I mean, just be careful with what you're doing. Always test on your own equipment first before you start doing all this stuff. It's a good idea. So yeah, check out that. I have classes starting soon. It's about another month, and I will be back in school, and man, I am ready. 2 more semesters and I will be out, and I will be looking for a job as a programmer. And this is where that's where this channel is really going to get better. Not that we're not good already, but it's really going to prosper, because you can actually see how I've gone from not knowing anything. You can see right now I've gone from not knowing anything to actually knowing a pretty good bit about HTML. Like, I mean, we're getting on up there. Not to brag or nothing, but you know. The next video we're going to do is iframes. And what iframes are, basically you can put a like an image link kind of another website into your website. So what I'm gonna show you, hopefully if I can get it to work, how to push my YouTube page inside of this website that we're working on right now. So that if I can get it to work, and it won't be this, it will actually show my YouTube channel inside of there. So that's an iframe. So that's going to be a pretty interesting one to do. Also, I mean, it's kind of at the end of the video now, but if you're not into these Zero to Programmer videos, check out my other channel, is Zero to Musician, to where I do a similar thing where I actually go from basic knowledge and talent of being a musician, doing some music, to being able to do it at a professional level. Now, when I say professional, we don't know yet. I mean, I definitely want to do some street performing, and if you make money off that, that is a profession. But it could be playing at bars, or who knows, there might be that one time where maybe I might get a label. But that's pretty high dreaming. Either way, if you're into that kind of stuff, please check that channel out, because those are pretty entertaining videos too, if you haven't checked them out before. Anyways, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter, and obviously here on YouTube. And yeah, this is Jason with Zero to Programmer, and I will see you guys next time.